Welcome to Nintendo Dad's episode. I don't actually know because I don't have the show notes up. On tonight's episode, guess who's back from Japan after almost 6 weeks? This guy. And hey, did you know that Nintendo now has a boost on handheld mode? We're going to talk a little bit about that. Also, a ton of games has been announced coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Amazing games that you're going to be playing and I'm going to be playing. What do we want to happen in the next Nintendo Directs? That, so much more. Jesse, cue the music.
Well. What do we have here? Look at these four gents here. How's everybody doing?
I'm all right.
Yeah, Casey, welcome back. It's been a bit.
Yeah, that's who works, right? It wasn't anything about Justin being gone.
Justin,
it was about, well,
nah,
for me. Yeah.
Justin's back. Good job. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Casey. Doing all right, Casey?
Prodigal son. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I've been busy. Been really focusing on my family in the last few months. I have decided I can talk to you guys about this. I have stepped down as a football coach at the school I work at in the new life things. My son is getting more competitive sports. My daughter's doing more competitive sports, and I just want to be dad. I've worked in the community for the last 6 years, and then it was really nice just to go watch my son play championship basketball this last weekend and watch him do well in that. And he's joined a more serious football team, and I want to do more stuff like play video games and talk to you guys, and my family would like me around more in the fall. So, yeah, my schedule's opened up. Thank you.
Nice. Justin, welcome back, sir.
Timothy, thank you.
And you killed Donkey Kong, and now
I did. I killed him. I skinned him. I stuffed him on my head, and I stole his little tie. And I feel great about that. Yeah, back from Japan. I've been back in Canada now for about 2 or 3 weeks. I don't remember. But yeah, it's been incredible. Obviously, there's some videos up about it. Had an absolutely amazing time. But yeah, this is a little bit of a bit of a souvenir that I got at Universal Studios Japan. And it is very hot. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is a very hot hat indeed. But yeah, so yeah, happy to be back. I'm excited. I've been missing you guys, missing our conversation. So many great things have happened in the world of Nintendo. I'm gonna put it there, I've killed him and skinned him.
You gotta hang him on the wall,
just like his furrowed brow,
mounted on the wall.
Yeah, right. Furrowed brow is what he's doing, looking at it. But yeah, no, I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it. Great show to be back on. Great shoe.
Nice. Jesse, how are you doing, sir?
I'm hanging in there. I've been a little, last few weeks have been getting kind of rough. I think I need a vacation too. And I just don't have anything planned yet. So, but
vacation for everybody.
Yeah, and I'm normally not
break is around the corner.
I'm normally not one to want a vacation, but I think I need a vacation.
It's probably a good call.
100%.
Maybe you should go to PAX East.
Yeah.
No, right? I'm not up for another PAX.
Nintendo's there this year.
Well, I did say last week that I might go to IGN Live.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking about it.
It's in June, right?
Yeah, it's the first weekend of June.
Okay, so that would also be like Summer Game Fest.
I think it would.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to announce that we're sending Jesse to Summer Game Fest in June. Only because of your support over at patreon.com/Nintendo Dads. You too can help send him all the way to, I think it's San Francisco,
Los Angeles,
wherever. Los Angeles to hang out with Jeff Keighley and play games and report on Nintendo Dad stuff.
Just
and tell Jeff Keighley how awesome he is.
Now I got to find out when Summer Game Fest is, because if that's the second week in June, then I will stick around. Because
first week.
So IGN Live closes that week?
Listen, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go over to your computer. This is a new thing that they call the intranet. And I want you to open up a browser. Now, the web browser is like your access door to the World Wide Web.
Go on.
And I want you to type in Summer Game Fest. You can use like your dinosaur claws if you want like this. I'm 100% fine with that. However you do that, 2026, and figure out the dates.
And with that, let's go to the news.
Let's do it.
All right, the news.
Of course, OBS updated and has a different look, so I'm trying to figure things out even with OBS now. So,
oh no.
So yeah. Go ahead.
Anyways, the ad-free version of this podcast is brought to you by our subscribers at patreon.com/NintendoDads and our Twitch subscribers for as little as $1 a month at Patreon, or it was like $3.99 or $4.99 on Twitch. You can become a Patreon subscriber or a subscriber or a sponsor of the news. You could also use Amazon Prime subscribers can use their free 1-month Twitch subs to subscribe to us and also get our ad-free episodes, which you can get via our Discord. So as always, a huge thanks to everybody who subscribes to us and gets access to those. And don't forget, as Marty likes to remind everybody, because he works very hard on those weekly updates, everybody gets those for free. So you don't have to be a paid subscriber. You can just subscribe to us for free and get those weekly updates as well, which is chock full of information. And a shout out to our newest Patreon, Joshua, which is actually spelled JO5H_U4. Did you know that was how that's spelled?
Yes.
Thanks, Joshua.
Well, that's interesting.
All right. So what we alluded to at the top of the show, we talked about.
Before we start, Summer Games Fest, their opening night live thing is Friday the 5th. And then IGN stuff is the 6th and the 7th, on Saturday and Sunday. So, like, if I go to LA,
ladies and gentlemen,
might as well hit them all.
Jesse's going to Summer Game Fest. I'm going to have to put in a media request. An IGN Live. Seriously, though, let's talk offline. Let's figure that out, and I'll put a media request in. Let's get that going.
That's going to be fun. Nintendo Switch 2 adds Handheld Mode Boost is what it's actually called, not Handheld Boost Mode.
Because that would
Handheld
make sense.
Mode Boost for Switch 1 games and other updates. So there's a bunch of updates. Besides the handheld, are you guys aware of anything else, any of the other updates that happened? Or did you guys just hear about the handheld boost?
The other one that I saw was that you could add notes to profiles for individuals,
your friend
I believe.
Yes,
your friend list. So like you could actually like put a nickname or something to it, correct? Or
yes, that is both for the Switch 2 and the Switch 1. You can do that in both of those.
Okay. Also, the handheld boost mode was not automatically turned on. You have to turn it on.
Yes.
It's enabled, but you just need to turn it on.
Which we have a how-to video on how to do that out on our channel.
And it's buried in a weird menu.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's why we have a how-to
is actually.
That's why we have a video, because I was looking for it.
I literally had to Google it.
I think those are the big things that I think those are the big things that I know of from it. But Tim, tell me more. Tell me more about what I don't know.
So they also added the feature that I think we all have on our phones in airplane mode, which will come in handy for a lot of people who travel. You can actually, when you're in airplane mode, have the ability to set certain things on while still in airplane mode, which you couldn't do before, apparently.
You know, of all the devices I'm putting in airplane mode that I usually don't, it is probably my Switch 2. And I will say, successfully, no airplane has crashed since that. So I don't know if there's a correlation, right?
No, it's because you can take control of the airplane with your Switch. That's why they tried to tell you to turn it off.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Good. Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Cell phone I can understand because it's trying to reach out to Wi-Fi or to LTE and 5G towers and whatnot, but your Switch doesn't have cellular access. So if you put
you're just cutting the Bluetooth, right?
Well, but you can turn Bluetooth on while it's in airplane mode. You can turn NFC on while it's in airplane mode. You can turn Wi-Fi on while it's in airplane mode. So what the hell's the difference? You haven't shut anything off.
This allows you to have airplane mode on, and it will remember which devices you want to keep on. So, for example, if you have airplane mode on, it'll keep your Bluetooth on. So if you got your Bluetooth headphones on, they will be shut off.
Yeah, but if you can still turn everything on while it's in airplane mode, what's the point?
That's the same thing with your phone. You can do the same thing with your
Yeah.
phone. You can turn on all this stuff and negate the whole reason why you have airplane mode on in the first place. But that is a feature. That is an added feature. There's
The Pro
also
controller had an update too with it. That was the thing I noticed.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did not
I don't
try
know
to
Pro
why,
update
though.
controllers and the
my
Joy-Cons
controllers.
also.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it had possibly, I don't know, I'll have to research this, but I think it had something to do with the GameCube also, because it's supposed to be tighter controls now. They had to do an update to the controls
for the yes, that makes sense.
for
I know
the
people
GameCube
with the
games
old
on there.
Switch, the old Switch Pro just want to be able to turn their Switch on. That seems to be the thing. Because that you can't do it with the Switch One Pro controller. You can only do it
Oh,
with
Yeah, I
okay.
wish
the new one.
that's the only reason why I don't even bother using it, unless I'm using my Switch One.
Yeah, it's a
tried.
great secondary. What's the the other company, they like 8-Bit Dough, they have a good controller, I think, or was that what they're called?
8-bit do, yeah.
Yeah, they put an update on their Switch One Pro, so you can turn it on. If you put it on the PC, you can update your firmware on that. Allegedly, if you're buying that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Another added feature was now you can do 10 seconds advance or rewind your video with the ZL, ZR buttons in news or eShop videos.
Really?
It was
Man,
not
I've been
there
asking for
before.
that for years. That was the biggest feature I needed. Who's
They read
asking
my
for these
mind.
things?
The
Now I'm going to do the update. Before I wasn't going to, but
That's
now
right.
I'm going
Well,
to.
all these quality of life updates.
And then here's something that we actually stumbled across when we tested it last year on Switch 2's launch, and was kind of frustrated on it. The game chat update.
Yes. You
What's
can
the
invite
game chat
others.
update?
So
You can invite others to rooms you're participating in.
yeah, before you
Or-
had to pre-invite everyone you'd ever want.
Oh,
Once it's set,
right.
Now you
couldn't
can
add
be in the middle
anyone
of the
else.
room and invite someone.
Yeah, but now you
Yes.
can you still need one other person to start a room. You can't start a room by yourself. But once
Okay.
you've got that, you can add more people in real time.
Is that a metaphor? Am I in a room if I'm in it by myself, or is it just a space that I take up?
I'm in this
What is
whole
a room?
house by myself. So yeah, you can be in a room by
Discuss.
yourself.
Yeah. There's so many rooms, or is it just a space? Right? Nintendo giving me existential crisis with their
Right.
concept.
The other update
Too
that they
many.
did on Game Chat was the game screen sharing quality has also been improved.
That's good.
So it's probably not as choppy anymore.
I did notice
Probably.
when I did the game share with Roger a few weeks ago that sometimes it did get choppy, and I asked him, "Are you on Wi-Fi or are you Ethernet?" He goes, "No, I'm plugged in." I'm like, "Okay." So
Yeah.
What game were you sharing?
it was the Tokyo Underground thing. What was that called?
Oh, Tokyo Scramble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's
Yeah.
what it was.
We played
Tokyo
for 90
Scramble.
minutes for him to make a 60-second short for a sponsorship he had.
Oh, were you,
That
were you
for
one
the
of
game
you were
demonstrating
one of those people
the
that had to
game
play with
share.
them?
What's that?
I said you were one of the folks who played with them. Oh,
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it was me and Will, so it was like a
Nice.
VT Tribune reunion.
oh, nice. That's awesome.
That's
I
cool.
love that for you.
Put it in his credits. Put it in his acting resume.
Right?
IMDb.
And I had a spoken, I had a
don't
spoken
remember seeing
line
any
in
of that
his video.
sponsorship money hit the Nintendo Dad's card.
I did have a spoken line in his video.
There you go.
Okay.
Nice. So again, the biggest thing that everybody's talking about is the handheld mode boost that you can go turn on. You have to enable it. It's not automatically enabled. And it allows you to be able to play on your Switch 2 Switch One games in handheld mode at 1080p, if it allows it, or that game originally did it in TV mode at 1080p.
Yeah, so basically it fools the system into thinking it's docked.
Yes.
Which means if the game also happens to have touchscreen controls, it probably won't work in that mode.
Correct. Yep.
But you can
that is correct.
There is
a
boost to get that back.
They did mention that, I think, in some small print area or whatever, some clickable area, that you could go to the support page and find out or understand which games, or understand that the handheld games will
They made it sound like
this
was like in almost, beta, not quite ready for prime time, but they released it anyway, which is very un-Nintendo. But I'm glad to see them trying something.
There were a few games that people have tried. Are there any games that you guys want to try in that mode on handheld to play in 1080p? Or will you guys even notice? I didn't notice by trying Metroid Dread. That was the first game I went to. And it still looked great on handheld. So it's like it looked great in handheld before.
Yeah.
Well, it probably
was drastic. I can't tell.
Yeah. You'd have to
I'd be like, yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, well, I need a side by side.
You'd have to shut it off and find a game that looks muddy, and then turn it on to see if there's a difference. Because basically, the difference being 720p being blown up onto a 1080p display is not, if divide them, the answer is not an integer. So it's 1.5. So some pixels will be doubled, some won't. So that's why it gets the muddy effect. But if it thinks
that's what I was going to say.
So if it thinks it's in docked mode and now rendering 1080p on a 1080p screen, it should be a cleaner image, because now it's no longer stretching it anymore, or inconsistently stretching it.
So is there any games you guys want to try in that mode?
I'd like to go back into Scarlet Violet and see, because I remember trying that on Switch 2. That was the most drastic. Oh, this game really was on the end of the Switch 1's life cycle, because it's once you play it, you're like, wait, all these Pokemon are floating there. I would like to maybe see Link's Awakening. I don't know. It's surprising, actually, because every time now I look at the eShop, I always try to see, like, what's the Switch 2, like Dave the Diver was free. I always like to see companies like, hey, here's a better ran version for free. Nintendo, take the hint. But I think if I were to try any game right now, my son's been playing a lot of 2K. We've been playing a lot of NBA 2K, and I'd like to see that. And I want to see if that's a little more optimized, because we did get it for Switch 1, but let's see if it soups up a little bit better.
Yeah. There's none that really stands out for me. Like I'm so not a kind of pixels matter person necessarily in a lot of it, right? Like, if you're telling me this runs a little bit better and the boost looks a bit better, okay, sure. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I think some of the games already, like some of the Nintendo games, I think of like Link's Awakening, Donkey Kong 3 World, like some of these games already received like boosts and updates to run more effectively on the Switch, right? And then you put a boost mode into it too, right? So but I do agree with you, Casey. Like some of these developers who are giving out these sort of like the free updates, the Dave the Diver one is a great example. The fine folks over at Finji, who are known for Tunic, just this week announced that they will have a Switch 2 update for Tunic to make it playable on the Switch 2, which is great. That's an amazing game, and I love that art style. So there's nothing that really directly comes to mind for sure.
They did Overland too, right?
What about
Finji? I think they did Overland. It's like the zombie apocalypse.
So. Yeah.
That game's sneaky good.
Yeah.
I like Finji. Finji's great.
Yeah, I play handheld, so
they're fantastic.
I can't think of anything that I would want to try.
Not even better
That's fair.
views of your puzzle games.
Yeah, I like the bigger screen on my maybe that's pretty much the only thing I really play handheld. Especially if I like go, I bring my Switch with when I play poker, and I play a little bit on a break. That's pretty much what I'd be playing is a Picross game.
Okay,
that's fair.
I wouldn't really
Gotcha.
try to play anything else, just because I'd have to put it back into sleep mode very fast. I wouldn't be able to get
Shut it
anywhere with
down.
anything.
Shut her down.
Shut her down, bitches.
Okay.
All right. Next on the news is game chat free trial ends soon. So it's a PSA. We just want to remind everybody in a couple weeks or less than 2 weeks left of the free trial. You got to be on the Nintendo Switch Online subscription to be able to continue.
I completely
to
forgot
use
that was temporarily free.
I want to say I completely forgot that there is a game chat. So that
right, like let's let's have an actual conversation.
Yeah, I just assumed that you already needed an SL for it, but yeah.
You mean Discord? Discord's not free. What are you talking about?
What?
We use it. I use it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
So,
do you? I was going to ask because I mean, I would say of all the features and functions, that's probably the one I use the least.
Yeah. Same.
Now I will say I have had fun when I have used it, right? And typically my use case is, and I'll think of it, Marty, Tim, Jesse, we did a thing for Nintendo that we aren't allowed to talk about, but we did because like that thing.
Yeah.
Right. But that was great. Like we all jumped on.
I didn't do it. I'm not getting put into this. No lawyers can sue me.
Yeah. That's okay. Right. But we all jumped on.
And it was helpful because we were able to ask questions
100%
and get answers.
That eventually. Was such a and I imagine I'm thinking even like right now, and maybe this is just my ignorance of it, like Pokopia is such a hit right now. Right? Like jumping on and having that conversation with folks. So I guess maybe like I'm not a user of it. That's not to say I believe it's valuable or people could enjoy it. I just I haven't used it a lot. But I would say, and the other part of it, like when we've done tournaments in the community, right? We'd jump on and we'd have chats that way as well. So yeah, I don't know. It's a thing that's there. I don't think it should be paywalled, if I'm being completely honest.
And now that people can come in and out freely, that makes it probably more beneficial.
Yeah,
you don't have to completely break down.
But Tim, you say you use it a fair bit.
One to get new people in.
Yeah, so there's two scenarios where I'll give you that's used a lot. In the first scenario, I use it with my friend when we play Split Fiction. He's not on Discord a lot, but we use it to play that game, and it's been fantastic.
Are you using Game Share when you do that, or does he have his own copy?
Yeah. No, that's what I'm. No, we're not using the game share feature. He's got his own copy of the game.
Okay.
But we're using the game chat to chat with each other and be on the screen while we're playing.
Are you also doing like cameras on or just screens?
Yeah, cameras on.
Okay, nice.
Yep. So that's been fun.
And I like the odd pause there. Yep.
I was trying to think if there was anything else to add there.
Okay.
The second one is with the NSO crew. We all are on Discord, but we choose to use Game Share or Game Chat, excuse me, for playing Dokapon Kingdom. So
nice.
And that's been fun because it's a 4-player game and there's 4-player game chat, and it's easier just to get on there and invite each other there without having to get on your computer or get on your phone and have another device. You're just all in the same thing. So it's been, a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. So maybe what I may be reflecting on is that I am not using it as a community. Like what I'm hearing from my own reflection here is I need to do more community night gaming sessions to find out. Maybe what I'm hearing actually more than anything else. Right.
Well, you play with your friend Fortnite, right? So
yeah, I do,
but he doesn't have a Switch 2.
But he's on he's on PC. Right. Okay. A lot of my like multiplayer gaming sessions are someone's like he's on a PC and on an Xbox, right, or something like that. So
gotcha.
Right.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of local friends who have Switch 2s. Yeah. I should do that more.
What was your question, Casey?
With the game chat? No, I was gonna say with the game chat feature, the big thing for me that would make it more desirable, like what they try to do with Mario Party, in that they make it an interactive experience to what you're playing. Like that's their in, right? If they really want to Nintendo-fy it, like make more features of it that affect the game. Like imagine if they make a new Star Fox in your face with generative Nintendo AI. They make you whatever animal you want. You're the 5th member of Star Fox, or you can get a platoon and you're random animals, and it's your face, and you're doing the CGI because it's just the filter, right? Like that stuff is, I would use game feature instead of whatever's there. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's how they want to do it, because Discord does such a good job. It does everything. People have Discord on their phone. You know?
And I think it's funny, Casey, is you're talking about like the Super Mario Party, sort of like the overlay with the camera and like the sort of interaction. Right. I was like, man, I don't want to do that. But then I was like, you know what? I bet you like younger kids would 100% sort of love that experience. My kids are 18 and 15 and 17, so they're not having any of that, right? Like,
right.
But younger kids, and I was thinking, especially like maybe your daughter, Casey, would probably like just love that.
And my son's he's only 10 still. He'd be
okay, so
like,
so he's so maybe cool, right? Yeah. I was just thinking as you're saying that, like Nintendo's integration of it. Have we heard anything about Bella Park adding camera functionality for some of the activities? Because that feels like a place they might add it, because they did. It feels very.
Yeah, that feels like a miss if they don't.
Yeah, and that's been very. And what I've seen from that is a lot of like Mario Party.
Because they did for Mario Party.
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe. Indeed.
Maybe if you're going to PAX West in the coming weekends, you'll find out. So or PAX East, feel free to let us know if anyone in the area. So, by the way, that's a good segue. That comes out next week. Are you, Casey? Ooh, that's a great. Yeah. Love it.
We can chat.
But you're gonna be our Nintendo dad roaming the floor, maybe?
Yeah, I can go any day. Okay. I got nothing. I've told you my schedule.
Look at that, folks. Help us send Jesse to Summer Game Fest, Casey to PAX West, and myself recently to Japan. So thank you all for the support of Nintendo.
Retroactively.
Yeah.
Nice.
And Tim to the Super Bowl? What? No.
What? That's hilarious.
I think the Lions would need to win more than a coin flip for that one.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, and right now, just a reminder, Marty's not here because he is currently at the Super Galaxy movie premiere that we've sent him to over in Japan. Yeah, no, that's not happening.
We wish.
We wish. Yeah.
He's in LA on the red carpet.
He totally is.
That'd be the best.
He was invited.
Yep.
So
the spotted carpet.
100%.
The rest of the news is based on a lot of gaming news releases that's coming. We're getting bombarded with all these third-party games that are coming to the Switch too. Like everybody's jumping on the wagon here. So like we heard THQ announce several games, like the Destroy All Humans franchise coming over. Disney Epic Mickey's going to have a Switch 2 version. And then
are these
just the
initial? Are these just the initial games, but like an update patch essentially?
I don't think Destroy All Humans was on there before.
I thought it was because I remember we did
one was on Switch. 2 currently isn't on either, so that's something that.
Okay.
Rebrushed is on Switch, and SquarePants is on Switch 2, and that's going to get a Switch 1 release.
Right. Okay.
All over the place, and plus you mentioned the Tunic release. That's they're working on for Switch 2, along with all of the games we always mention along the way. We got an update on South of Midnight. It's going to be March 31st release.
It is.
So we're all excited about that.
Watch for our coverage. I can confirm via our embargo that we have it and are playing it, and so watch for our coverage that will be launching on March 31st. Tune into Nintendo Dads. What time is it releasing? 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, I think. Yep, I have to check the embargo, but watch it. March 31st. March 31st. You'll have more information on that.
We also got an announcement about Kena Bridge of Spirits coming out March 26th.
That's next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a ton of games that are just we're getting all these announcements on. Like seems like every day we're getting some new announcement that this game is coming to the Switch 2, or we're finally getting a date of a game we're waiting for. Are you guys excited about anything coming?
All these games trying to release before Grand Theft Auto 6 does.
Well, I mean, Yeah, I mean, I was answered in the pre-show, so like, I mean, this goes back to the same. I think we may have made in predictions of like this will be a big year for third parties. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Right. This is like I said before. I've used this analogy. There be money in dem hills. And that is what every publisher and developer is realizing. And as I mentioned before, unlike the Switch 1, developers and publishers are saying how do we get on Switch 2 as quickly as we can to sort of begin to ride this high. It's sort of cresting and growing, and we can continue to monetize and look for value, and also absolutely test our return. And having the fact that it has stronger stronger hardware to match software sales completely absolutely makes sense. I know, like for myself, one of the things that I sort of think about is like in reality, like you're asking, like how do we feel about it? Uh, it's a point of like it's almost there's a new game every single week, right? Like as I think of like even just as I sort of think of like just on the horizon of games that like pique my interest, right? Okay, we've got South of Midnight, we've got Kena Bridge of Spirits, we've got the new Mario update that's coming next week for Bella Bella Park. We've got Pragmatic coming up, right? You move into like you've got games like Mixtape, you've got 007, you've got Great Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, moving into like Final Fantasy 7, like there is so much. One of the things that I'm definitely struggling, or not struggling with, but like recognizing is like remember, time is our commodity. Time is the thing that we do not have a lot of, so we have to be very valuable in using it. I even find with the amount of content in or information and email updates from publishers, like if you're a 6 or a 7, I don't got time. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't got time for 6 or 7 games. I've got time for like.
What if they have a really great personality, Justin? What if they,
right? No,
doesn't bring it up for you,
right?
Okay.
Every Butterface, right? But what I'm saying is that we just need to find like there's too much going on in regards to games, and this problem is going to escalate throughout 2026 and into 2027. It's a great problem to have.
It's a good problem,
but as I've sort of said,
world problem, right?
Yeah, it's a first world problem, but it is also like this interesting problem, and I sort of talked about before of like you are flooding a market. Right.
Sure.
So we're wanting so much and we're flooding the market that now what ends up happening is that games that may have been in a less crowded marketplace may have been the game that you move your attention to or spend your dollars on. But when you have a marketplace that is so saturated with games, the decisions that you make, both for time and money, now become so much more critical. So what you end up doing is you end up going with what you know, right? So you probably end up going on like, I know Nintendo, this game is on there, a high quality game, right? Or a publisher that you really know. As opposed to maybe taking a flyer on a game that maybe you weren't going to play. Do you know what I mean? Or an indie that you maybe sort of hadn't heard of. Because again, there's so much in the time and space that you don't have the ability to do it. So in that, what ends up happening is that sales for games that might have sort of been explored or grown a little bit aren't necessarily there, right? And so the top market games, the well-publicized ones, the ones that kind of get on all the podcasts and everyone talks about and the reviews and the IGNs, those will continue to rise. Well, the other ones sort of sit in that middle ground, and that's really tough for games that are in that space as well. So I'll get off my soapbox, but for players, great-ish, right? For publishers and developers, a very tumultuous sort of year as they ride through those waves.
For sure. We brought this up before, also because of this wave of games. Just we're all getting bombarded, oversaturated with games.
Yeah,
and we brought up this conversation before, and I don't think you were on that episode, Justin, but where the next generation, I personally don't think I'm going to be in the multiple console purchasing multiple consoles because of all the games that are out there.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to probably stick with my primary, and the PC, since I already have one for doing other things on, will probably be my secondary.
And I think, and I would 100% agree with that. Well, and let alone in that conflict that I think you're going to see there, Tim, is the rising costs.
That cost thing for sure.
Hardware,
yeah. Yes.
Right. Rising costs of hardware continues to go up. and rising costs of software continue to go up. So ultimately, sort of like if you're in this arms race, you're like, listen, I can't do this.
For sure.
Right. And that was sort of the thing that people always kind of laughed at when people were like, you only have a Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Guess what? It's really easy to make your selection of games when you're only eating at one restaurant.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Really easy. But when you have 3 or 4 different restaurants and they're all now publishing at that same pace, you can't keep up with it and it feels overwhelming. And so,
and if that one restaurant is Cheesecake Factory with the spiral notebook of menu,
you're good
got
to
everything
go.
there.
And I mean, that's sort of the analogy, I guess, right? Like right now,
Steam.
That's Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think like what really happens in that is that constraint changes how you approach and play games.
Yes.
Right. Because again,
you're only for me.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. And I mean, I well, I mean, sure. Look at Tim. I bought the Xbox off of you. I still am very much just a one platform, right?
Yeah.
Like everything primarily for me is on the Switch too. Really, my Xbox is actually like, I want to play multiplayer games.
Yes.
That's dedicated, right? So instead of having Overwatch 2 on my Switch 2, which is 60 gigs, I'm going to put it over there. And that's my multiplayer device. That's the only thing I use it for, right? Occasionally we'll get a single player code and I'll play a game for a little bit. I'm like, cool, this is great. I'll wait for it to come over to the Nintendo Switch. Hello, Kena Bridge of Spirits, right? That's exactly what happened. So
and we were just talking about this in the pre-show, and that is exactly where the news leader at Xbox wants to take it back to the roots of Xbox is the multiplayer stuff. That's the roots of Xbox. So
yeah, I mean, Xbox is an finicky like situation, right? Like that was fascinating, all that to kind of go down while I was abroad. And I'm like literally like trying to download podcasts and listen. I was like, this is crazy. Yeah, I mean, Xbox's strategy of play everywhere and or get games everywhere. And I think we're looking at that already. They've had some introductions into other platforms, and I'll just again call out South of Midnight, right? South of Midnight is an Xbox game from Compulsion Studios, coming at the end of this month. This is Xbox beginning to move in that space. And Casey, you called out when we got on the call, Call of Duty. Right, we know that that's a juggernaut, and we also know that legally, based on the agreement they have with Activision Vision or Activision when they did the acquisition,
Microsoft, let's call it what
they
it
are
really is.
Microsoft, Microsoft King monopoly taking over everyone. That they have contractually agreed for it to be on multiple platforms, including the Nintendo Switch for 10 or Nintendo products for 10 years. Right, like those are the papers signed.
Yeah. I think like I'm a one console man. We have an Xbox. My son uses it. I'm in your camp. If there's a game I can't play on Switch with my friends, like Marvel Rivals is a big one that I really enjoy. I would like that to come to Switch. It should.
I suspect by the end of this year, Casey.
Yeah, same. I think for me, it's going to be Nintendo and PC if I really want to do anything. I mostly am like Steam is the thing that makes me happiest a lot after Nintendo. But the big thing about Nintendo, and I always go back to it, is like, oh, I'm in a family that, space is occupied, but I can hang out and play my Switch undocked and I'm still present with my family. It'd be like me reading a book in front of them. They're okay with it, right? Like I like that.
Yeah.
As far as release updates go for what I'm interested in, just to kind of veer the ship if I can. Sorry, I'm taking over, guys. No, I'm kidding.
You're
obviously
great.
Super pumped about the Mario movie coming up. There's a lot of fun things for Nintendo to be really excited about. The one that I'm Mina the Hollower. Here's my thing, and I know we're going to talk about it later. I think because they pushed it back, if there's a Nintendo Direct, the best thing they could do, it's one of my favorite things. I think it's one of all of our favorite things. Can you guess the phrase I'm going to say?
It's out
It's
today.
2 words. Yeah, that's the one. That's my favorite phrase. I love that.
I agree with that, Case. I think the challenge, I think it was the indie one where everyone's like, Mina the Hollower's got to be here, right? I think the challenge with that one might actually be, here's the thing is I don't think it'll be out today. And I think it may be because of their contractual agreement with the Kickstarter folks, right? Because it was a Kickstarter game originally. I think there may be like those codes need to go to them probably first before it's out today. I don't know. Or at least here's the thing: is I will be the flag bearer to wave that, because I think Marty would be saying that. He's like, I'm a backer. I want my code first.
Sure.
I
think they should get their code first.
Yeah.
I think that game looks amazing. I think the other game, we don't have it on here. It was supposed to be out today or this week. It was Mouse PI for Hire. I think it's a game I have in Fantasy Critic.
April.
I'm just trying to pump that. They moved it to April. So the demo came out this last week on the other consoles. I got to play it on Xbox. I am very excited. I know it's on PS5. I saw some people playing on PS5. Very fun. Very cool. That's a game that I'm most pumped for next month. But if me and Hollower and that come out, I don't know what I'm going to do with my time.
There's a demo out on Xbox?
Or is it PS5? Sorry. I was playing it. Mouse. I know it's out on PS5, and I think it is out for Xbox as well. Hold on, let me double check. Phone mouse. You're checking right now. Thank you. I know it's out for PS5 because that's where I was watching gameplay and trying it, and I assumed it was on for Xbox. Mouse for Hire PI or Mouse PI for Hire. But that's the one that they did release a demo and people got access to it. No, it's not for Xbox. It is PS5. So that is the one that
yet. So
it's not on Nintendo's release. It says April, right? Yeah, there was a PS5 demo that went out and showed some gameplay and people were really excited about. And that's a game that I really hope still makes it out next month in the wave of so much things. And it's a one that I really want to try. And then Elliot, those would be the big ones for me. And then if we get a release date for Fire Emblem, that would be the other one.
Well, speaking of Fire Emblem, that's probably going to be something that would be announced or something you would want announced at the at a Nintendo Direct. So let's jump into let's discuss and let's talk about that.
Do it.
All right. So
sorry I'm not on screen. I went to go check on the Xbox and I was like, oh, let's go check out this demo. And I went and I was like, the Xbox isn't connecting. And then I was like, the Xbox isn't behind the TV anymore.
Did you pack it up?
What happened to my Xbox? No.
Who stole it?
Somebody has hit my TV and the Xbox fell behind the TV station. So I don't know the condition of the Xbox now.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
So bear with me one second.
All right, we got
hold.
Well, I don't think there's any moving parts in it other than fans. So
yeah,
that's my
it's a big walk. I think it'll be okay.
It should be.
Yes.
But Dad's gonna have a conversation with somebody.
While you're figuring that out, we're going to talk about the question of the week, which is we got our partner showcase and the Indie World showcase that we were talking about. So what do you want to see in Nintendo's next major direct? What's that one thing that has to be there or you think should be there? We got a few responses from the community in various channels, so I'm going to read those while you guys think of your answers. And the first one we got here is from Hoots. The one thing, Super Smash Brothers. It ain't happening, but a guy can dream.
Fair play.
Gamer Nerd 0278 says the one thing that needs to be in the next Nintendo Direct is something about The Legend of Zelda. It could be anything from mentioning the movie, the new game in development, shadow dropping Twilight Princess, or if they just even acknowledge it in the 40th anniversary of one of their major IPs or acknowledge that. But the reality will be nothing of anything I'm looking for will be announced. So a lot of people are having low expectations for what they really want. Solo says he's saying the next Mario game. We have lots of motion pictures happening to expand on the front of the franchise IP, yet still need to see the next new Mario game developed by Nintendo itself for the Switch 2. Would be neat if there was some movie inclusion in a way. Marty also chimed in and said he also would like to see a new 3D Mario, preferably Galaxy 3. Barry Carenza Nintendo Fuse Premium Edition games, PM Studios, from those areas. He says summer, early fall plans, maybe a tease for the big holiday title. Also, updates on existing games with release dates like Fire Emblem, Rhythm Heaven,
Yes.
Splatoon Raiders. Yoshi G says, "Hey guys, for me, it's got to be a Zelda Ocarina of Time remake. I have a bad habit of comparing every open world game to Ocarina of Time, and some games are good and all, but they don't come close, in my opinion. Even the Wild Era games. Nintendo, please just make me feel like a kid again. Also, a new console, a new IP. Why not? Thanks, fellers." And then Nathan J says, "Dr. Mario." So what do you guys
Love
have?
that energy.
Yes. What do you guys have in mind? What's that one thing that would just be like, finally, Nintendo's doing this?
Tim, in your Pokopia preview, you made a comment about the character being a fighter in Smash.
Yes.
I wholeheartedly agree. I think that would be super fun. I think people would really like it. It's a Nintendo tie-in. And then it counts as a Pokemon, right? Because it's Ditto, so it's just Ditto fighter Ditto.
Yeah.
There we go. Like it checks so many boxes.
So
I'm a big Fire Emblem
Hoots
fan.
Did
though.
say
That's
that.
my one.
Hoots did say that in our Discord. He did say, I had him expand on what he would like to see from that Super Smash Brothers. Like, would he want a fighter pass or something like that to come with it? Like just one more fighter pass for the Switch 2 edition, So obviously we were dreaming. So maybe that Pokopia character could be part of the fighter pass. What do you guys think?
I don't know. As someone who loves Smash, and like thinking of poor Sakurai locked in a basement having to make another Smash Brothers after Kirby. This is the hard thing. Smash Ultimate has this super huge roster, right? And in the competitive scene, it's not the most balanced. And I've always made the argument that I think Smash could be a game of, this character is really strong, but this one character could maybe beat it, right? Where people don't just play one main. Like in Street Fighter, it's rock, paper, scissors, it's timing. You can kind of get good, and things change. Where like Melee, do you go to less characters? Is it a new Smash and everything's new and less characters and you have to get the roster again? Or is Smash Ultimate? Yeah, go back to the basics. Start fresh, right? And you can bring that whole roster back. I'm sure they have it marked in, or people might be upset. Or is it too big of a roster at this point? Like, all right, who's getting cut?
Or did you already play that card and now you're tired of it? And now it's just time to, like I said, go back to basics or have something fresh.
Would Ditto Girl be her own character like Mewtwo, or would it be an option from Pokemon Trainer?
Maybe its own character, and if it plays against the Pokemon, I think there would be some mechanic if a Pokemon's in it, it gets its ability, something like that, right?
Yeah.
I think either A, you go the route like this is Smash now. We're gonna re-update because it needs balancing, and this is a fighter pack. Here are the next 10 fighters or 5 fighters, and we redo it. Or you do something like Smash Tag, where you can have 2 characters and you switch in, like the tag fighters, like Marvel. They need some type of something just new, right?
So in general, Smash, but it could be here's a Switch 2 edition
Smash
or
Double Dash.
New Smash.
A new
Double
Smash.
Dash. There you go.
Smash Double Dash. Something you gotta have a new mechanic, a new layer. It needs to be new if they're gonna redo it, because the current one's really good, or they can give it the Mario 8 treatment. Like, hey, we made this really great game. We're just gonna move it up and we're gonna add these things and update it. That's where I'm at with Smash. Yeah, good luck. I don't know what they do with Smash. I'd rather Zelda is definitely the IP that needs to come into play. It's Zelda's 40th anniversary. I think we do get stuff about the movie. I'd be surprised if they're not like a mini trailer at Mario Galaxy for Zelda, some type of teaser for the Zelda movie, some little vignette like for them to butter their bread. But I could see. Which Zelda IP? Everyone goes Ocarina. I think which IP could get a rerun? The only one I think was like Twilight Princess, maybe, or Skyward Sword again. I don't know what they go to. Which one would they bring back and give a new HD remake treatment to?
I don't think we need Skyward Sword again. We had that last generation.
Yeah,
but I'd be up for Wind Waker / Twilight Princess.
Yeah. A new Wind Waker, like a Wind Waker 2, something else in that world.
Yeah.
I think what I'd love to see from Nintendo for this next direct. So there's a couple things that I think I would love, just like what we know to be true, right? And then I'll sort of like reality versus aspirational.
Sure.
I think we do need a date for like Splatoon Raiders is a great example. That was a tweet like 10 months or 8 months ago, and then we've heard nothing. Right. And so we do need to get a little bit deeper and a little bit more inside baseball on that one. For my fantasy critic, I need them to announce Luigi's Mansion 4. That needs to happen.
Listen, when I got locked into Pokemon Wind and Waves to next year, I think you all should have could have heard me just squaring. No, it was horrible. The worst fear. But I'm happy they're taking their time with that game. But
yeah. I mean, and I think we need to see either the next Mario, right, or we need to see the next Zelda, right? And if I was of the two, what do I want first? I'd love to see what the next Zelda is, right? We've seen Breath, we've seen Tears. Where do you now take the franchise? What's your new versioning of it? What's your like? Are we going to get a trilogy? I doubt it, but like, what are we going next?
Because we got a top-down Zelda technically with the echoes, right, of the princess. So I was gonna say maybe there's another top down. So I think we do get Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild came out 2018, right?
Breath was 2017. 2017
was Switch launch.
It was Switch launch. Golly,
and then 2023.
2023.
Yeah, it was on my son's birthday, May 12th, 2023. Was Tears of the Kingdom. I do remember that. So that is a 6-year window. I think it's too early, to be honest with you, with a brand new Zelda. I think you get something Zelda adjacent, like a top-down Zelda, maybe again. Something like that. I think you have better odds of getting a new Mario, to be honest. And then I think what they do is with the hype of the Zelda movie, that's when they announce the next Zelda game in a year or two. I mean, I'd love them to announce both, right? But I think the easy home run is just make a Mario Galaxy 3, right? Like if they do anything like, hey, here we go. Or Mario Universe. Because what I think, to me personally, I think whatever they were trying to do in Bowser's Fury, I felt that was kind of a demo preview. Like, hey, let's see what you guys do if we kind of give you an open world with Mario. Like, let's just give you the full playground and see what you do.
Yeah.
And I could see a Mario Universe where they have that mechanic of the planets, but you can see all the planets and you can go further out and jump. Watch the Nintendo Ninjas jump in if I'm right. But
Casey's never on the show again.
Casey's screen just went black. What just happened?
Yeah.
I think just a new Mario would make sense, if anything. I'd also like to see some new IP. Give me something new. Like a new Nintendo. Give me a new character. Give me something. We're due. Like, make me a new hit song. Dance for me. Come on. You know?
Right? Dance, monkey, dance.
So out of everybody who's responded, and usually we get this response a lot, but nobody said it this time, was Star Fox.
Mother 3. Oh, Star Fox. Got it.
Mother 3, yes.
Yeah. No, I would love Star Fox is the one that needs to come back.
Mm-hmm.
It's time.
Yeah,
but we also know that Nintendo has said in the past, because they said this about F-Zero before F-Zero 99 came out. They said the only way we're going to do a game like a new F-Zero game is if there's something new we can do with that IP.
Yeah, a Star Fox 99 would be awesome, and it's just the battling. Oh my god, I would never stop playing that.
Oh, dogfights?
Yes, it's Star Fox 99 with the 64 graphics, but there's 100 people in it.
Because that 3DS one with the dogfights, I played that so much.
I mean,
I played the 64 one so much.
Let's be really honest. Okay. The best Star Fox that we've been offered was actually Starlink.
That was the Ubisoft work on it then, right?
No, that was the Ubisoft.
Toys.
It was the best Star Fox game I've played.
That one, I was like fresh with New Baby in my life when that came out. And I remember that looking real cool. Yeah. I had buddies that were all
that
about
was
that.
100%.
I'd like to see like a Zelda 2 remake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been calling that forever. You can call that shot.
Yeah.
Right
Or Pikmin 5.
Interesting.
Because Pikmin.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah,
Pikmin's getting
Pikmin's
strong.
gonna happen.
Did you see they added
Yeah.
Pikmin to Mario Wonder?
Yeah, Pikmin are also all over the Universal Studios placement. They're just randomly like random places.
I can see it.
Yeah. Pikmin for sure. I mean, I think like there are some things that are absolute locks. Like, yeah, we're gonna get Pikmin 5, right? Like I think that's a no doubt. We're gonna get another Xenoblade. We're gonna get Smash, right? Some of those things are no brainers for sure.
We'll get the release date for Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
I think that's a lock.
I think that's a summer game. PS, I think.
Yeah, I think it'll be June, July. It usually be because June,
I think July
Granblue
or
Fantasy
August.
comes out.
So
Yeah,
July. Usually January, February games.
Well, Three Houses came out in
big on
July.
Yeah, I think they're betting big on this one.
Fire Emblem.
It feels like we're gonna.
Yeah.
It feels like we're gonna get like another weird sports game in June, right? That's typically where we see like here's golf or here's soccer or here's Dragon Drive 4, right? Or here's Arms 3, right? Like that's where it feels like we're gonna get that sort of like announcement. The fact that Nintendo's already announced their May game, which is the Yoshi game, is sort of interesting. Yeah, new Punch Out, right? Like summer or June is typically where we get that sort of like sporty game.
Or what's the Bloodborne game that they're getting? The Bloodborne sequel? Does that have a date yet?
Could
we get a date for that?
No date yet.
Dustbloods.
No
date, but
I have a winter. I feel like that's a winter game. Christmas.
They need to get Elden Ring out first. So
they have to get Elden Ring out first.
Maybe we get a date for that. That would actually make sense.
Well, and what was there? There was a preview at the GDC this last week, and like we should invite Joey back on actually because he was at that preview. Played PI, by the way.
Everybody's been talking about playing that game there. So
Mouse PI.
Yeah, and Mouse PI, and
I have some stock in that. If you guys can't tell,
it'll be a 70, Casey.
Hey, don't be mean because you're all like, I have a great game. I'm gonna be a little years choice. Listen, all right,
we'll see what happens, right? I think it's competing at the same time as Pragmata, so we'll see what happens there. I was gonna say, you want a pizza bet? Do you want a pizza bet? Which one's gonna go higher, PI or Pragmata?
I just gotta order you a pizza and send it to you.
Yeah, if I'm higher, and I will do the same for you. That's how pizza bet works.
I'll do that with you. I'll bet you a pizza. We can do that right now. I'm a gambling man.
I actually think that they are released on the same day, if not the same week.
I think Mouse PI is the 16th, and I think you're right. I think Pragmata might be.
Pragmata is the 17th, I think. Or maybe because they moved it up a week. You got a day to figure out how the Metacritic sorts out in this one.
I think Pragmata is going to be really good, though. Too. A
lot of good things going to that. So what was I saying? Elden Ring.
What is your guys' bet? I wasn't clear on what your bet was.
100%. So I have Pragmata in the Fantasy Critic. Casey has Mouse PI. So the winner is the individual whose game scores higher on the Fantasy Critic Metacritic. And so whoever the winner is receives a pizza from the other person.
Okay. Correct.
Yeah,
now we need a sound effect, a gong. So
whoever gets the most
pizza
points.
Pizza bet.
Yeah. But yes, Elden Ring would have to come out before Duskbloods. I do agree. And they're saying at GDC, you're saying, Joey was saying,
yeah,
I cut you off.
No, I was just saying that lots of people, that there was a preview event there, and I guess Elden Ring was played, and it's in a much stronger position than it was a couple months ago. So people are kind of believing, and they released a trailer recently with it sort of in hyping it as well. So I wouldn't be shocked if we see Elden Ring rolled out before the end of June. I think sort of the window is, I think that. So in my thought, at least.
Yeah, I can see it. I think we're gonna get a lot of good things. But when is the date for this next direct? Let's take our bets now.
Yikes!
I think it's the end
I'd
of
say
June.
I'd say maybe June. When Summer Games Fest. We already did this. We'll go back June 5th.
Early June. Yeah.
Early June into May.
I think you're the back half of June.
Yeah, I think they normally go
You
third
think they
week.
wait till after Summer's Game Fest? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they want the audience to themselves. They don't want to share it.
Well, no, because do you think they're going to wait that long to announce that?
They usually do.
Because they think so. Fire Emblem Three Houses was a July 29th, 2019.
Okay.
Random late summer.
Here's the other part of it, though, Casey. Like, I wouldn't be like Nintendo, and they literally did it with the Yoshi game. Here's a trailer. Here's a release date. It's the end of May.
Yeah.
Like, had they not put that out, I'd be like, we've got to be getting it. We've got to be getting a direct soon. It's like, no, here you go. You're like,
and they'll probably shove it into Nintendo Today a day before they do that.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like I mean, I think that they really could. Like, they could just say like, hey, end of July, it's this thing, and then what they're showing in June is going to be
the movie collectible card thing is getting a lot of
November.
people to go into the app.
Yeah, I was looking at that today. I was like,
hook on me.
No, how dare they go to my addiction to collecting cardboard? How dare they?
Right.
In this case.
Well, no, real cardboard. These Ninja Turtle Magic cards that I'm waiting to open.
I heard about those. I'm like, I want them, but I know I shouldn't buy them.
No, it's like I'm just addicted. I'm scratching myself thinking about them. What about you, Tim? Which game do you think is the most likely?
I got the
nice.
This is the multiplayer box.
Oh, you got the tag team game. Nice,
yeah.
Nice.
Drew also got that.
Yes, I had to pick that one. So,
Tim, what do you think?
I was shocked that you guys were talking about late June for the next direct, but after you guys mentioned Yoshi, that now makes sense as to why we would not get one. If we get one, it would have to be next week. It's
right now. No,
it would have to be next week. We'd get a direct from them, and if it doesn't happen, then do we get one in April and they still do one in June, or do they? Because usually they've done one right before all the summer fun stuff happens.
That's what I'm thinking too, right?
I don't think it'll be a full-blown direct, but we might get some information, some feeds around that first week in April before the investors call.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
thing.
I'm
okay with a 30-minute direct. I don't need an hour every time. I think a good. I think because my thought is early June. Because they want to go, this will also. I mean, they're going to let other companies will say this is also on Switch too, but Nintendo wants to control what comes out before Summer's Game Fest.
Yeah,
they're not going to get Summer Game Fest any shine, right?
I mean, first week in May. That's when the investors call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the investor calls first week in May because you are right. Like, they will have on their slide, they will have what games are upcoming listed.
Right.
They always do.
Because this is a fiscal year end briefing. So
correct. Right. And I think the other part of it that now I'm rethinking it, because the other part of it is that they want that slide to show the investors how strong their lineup is of games that are coming up for their second year at the Switch 2. So Jesse, Jesse, you might be right.
The year is ending. The first year for the Switch 2 is coming up.
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, here's
that'll be their Q1 report.
They may say like we haven't.
Yeah,
the Q1 report. Yeah. I would say it's going to. Jesse, you've got me thinking now. April could very well be it. Just so that slide is ready for May is when their report is going to come out.
Like
last they want to show
April.
The pipeline. Yeah, 100%. Oh, Jesse, you're a bugger.
You're welcome.
You may have thrown a wrench for it. I'm not pizza betting that one. I feel unconfident in that one.
I say middle of May would be even. I think we have a window from April to the 1st of June is the best window because they want to control any type of marketing before Summer's Game Fest. May they have their investors meeting. There's something in there. In April, they're like, hey, these are spring officially starts tomorrow. Tomorrow's the first day of spring.
Yeah.
So we're in the spring quarter, right? So they're going to want to hit because as soon as June 21st, we're in summer. Right? Like, why would they wait till the end of June? They're gonna hit something, so be on the lookout.
Well, they typically do something late into the after the Summer Game Fest and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So there is that. That made sense when you guys said the late June because there is that one that usually comes up in midsummer, I guess. or
Yeah.
in between those 2 quarters. But anyways, there's typically that one that we have at the beginning of the year, or the first half of the year. So that's why it's like I was thinking of that. It's still got to be one before we start getting to the whole game craziness, summertime stuff.
We will see.
Mhm.
We'll see. So real quick, a sidebar to this conversation about what to expect in the next Nintendo Direct, or what we want to see. What's that one thing? The movie came up, and Hoots had said, no news about the movies in general. Keep movies out of the general Direct. Games are the superior art form. Of course, that got our
Timothy Chamley.
Yeah. Mikey Forget jumped in and was like, movies have specific directs. General directs are for games, but no trashing movies. They are great too. So, but yeah, that was a Timothy Chalamet thing for sure. But anyways, that was funny. Do you guys agree though? Just for a moment, do you guys think they should be talking about movies in the main direct, or should they keep it separate like they have been doing with a separate direct for the movies?
I think I think separate is fine. Is what I think. I think let's keep it separated. I mean, here's the thing: by separating it out, it allows Nintendo to control another media beat. It creates more conversation separately, right? I mean, if you sort of look at like what we've had from Nintendo in the last 4 to 6 weeks, right? We had a partner showcase, then we had the movie direct, right? Then we had the indie showcase. So like those are all separate conversations and separate beats, and
the Pokemon
so I think
showcase too, right? That's
and the Pokemon like so you do those sort of things that like I think you begin to muddy up the messaging. I mean, ultimately, like when you look at the app, all the messaging is going there into one position. But I think Nintendo allows themselves the opportunity to create separate beats and conversations and own the marketing a bit more, which is what it's all about, is getting eyes on your product, right? So
yes,
I'm okay with a trailer, and then you do everything else. You can show a trailer at the end. The video game should be for video games, but if you want to use a trailer, give me 2 minutes. Sizzle reel, that's it. No conversation after. I don't want to know who's acting in it. I just want to see, I want eye candy, and then you give me the good information during the movie direct. Right? I like hype it up in the video game one. Actually, I'm gonna put a rule in. If you're gonna show a movie trailer, you gotta show a video game from the same IP that's coming out. So if they're gonna show the Zelda trailer, there better be a Zelda game coming with it. Otherwise, I don't want to hear it.
I love that.
That's a good compromise. I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why Nintendo's getting my money.
Okay. All right, let's switch gears and let's talk about some dad stuff.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Justin, let's start with you.
Yes.
You came back and you were like, I got to talk about this. I got to talk about the internet.
It just
Justin,
I had a situation yesterday that sort of really bothered me, and it's so I'm going to recognize that this is coming from a place of like content creation, and so it doesn't necessarily apply to everyone, but I think there are some basic rules that do apply. So it's not uncommon on the internet, especially like on Twitter, that a game that's coming up, a community manager will send out a post and will say something along the lines of like, hey, if you are a content creator, we would love to get your name interested if you want to be, considered for a code for a game. Not uncommon, right? And so typically the replies of like, yeah, I'd be interested. And I don't know why, but it really bothered me. So I replied, as I do, and it was kind of like, hey, yeah, we're very excited with this we'd be very excited for this opportunity. We think it'd be great. We would love an opportunity to try on the Nintendo Switch 2. We appreciate your consideration. Thank you very much. Right. This is my response. So very sort of like professional, polite, right? And send it, not a problem. And then I get like I see a response back, and somebody has like tagged us in the conversation. And it's another content creator, and their words are, give me the Nintendo Switch 2 code. And it really sort of struck me, right? Like this is their response to the community manager who's asking for names. And it wasn't a, hey, thank you, appreciate, hopefully I'd like to be considered. It was sort of just like this, it came off to me as like entitled. And
Yeah.
one of the things that and that may not be how they wanted it to, but like if you just read the words, the like it to me was we run this like a business, right? My belief is that like we will be asked by PR firms, we will approach PR firms, professionalism and genuineness and being polite and kind and thank you for your consideration, all of those like proper manners of how you interact on the internet. And this just really struck me. This is a content creator that like I know, I've met them before. And it was just sort of just this like real, it irked me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like just the approach that they end up having in regards to it of like, I want like, they could have said, hey, I would love a Nintendo Switch 2 code if you're or for if you'd be happy to consider me. Like just that sort of like politeness. And so it really bothered me. And it like and then I like sort of read comments and scroll through on other content creators that I see in the space. And so I guess like if you are a early content creator and you are thinking about coming in the space, like know that like manners are important.
Sure.
How you talk to people is important. You are entitled to nothing. And so just encourage like, I don't know. I think sometimes I just like it was just sort of feeling like someone owed them something, and it just like really bothered me. And you are owed nothing, right?
It was
You
Casey,
are
wasn't it? Casey, what did you do
100%
now?
Casey.
Whoa,
And I'm not,
whoa!
and
First
I want
off,
to be, and I
hold
want to
on.
be, and I want to be clear here. I want to be
I'm
clear.
kidding.
I am not trying to start an online argument or fight with this person,
Yeah.
right? And I can recognize that I may have just been in a weird mood and it just really struck me.
I don't think
But
you're
it,
in
but it,
the
but
wrong, to be honest, though.
but it just sort of like made me just also like think about and reflect what sometimes I see on the internet as
Sure.
people who are content creators in the space, conversations, how people show relationships, communication styles, all of those things that I think are becoming an art form that is being lost, right?
Yeah, sure.
And I think it's so easy to be keyboard warriors when to just genuinely know that they're real people, they're real artists, there are real individuals behind these things. And like how like listen, we are a super small content creation team, we are fully aware of that. Like I am not like we are entitled to nothing, but like whether you're a large content creator, a small content creator, just treat people with kindness, being polite, being genuine, and not I want to use the word like grabby. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know, that's my rant. I'll get off my
I try
soapbox.
not to cuss on here. Don't
Yeah.
be a douchebag. How about that?
Yeah.
It's just a simple thing.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something without saying that person's name. We can talk off mic. Is that
Yeah.
someone that when you talk to them in person, they have good manners and tact, or do you find them to be that way in generalities? And I'm
So
not going
I've
to make it
only
about
had
this person.
yeah, no. I had like one personal interaction conversation with
Mhm.
them before. It was brief. It was sort of like I would say I would say because I was actually with them with a bunch of other content creators too, that it felt like a little bit of an air of entitlement in the way that they spoke
Sure.
to me as well in the conversation about who they were.
Okay.
And I have had some DMs with them in the past just about potentially coming on the show, and they never respond. That's fine. I'm not upset by that. It was just sort of a interesting. We'll leave that be, right?
Yeah. I think some people are entitled, and you can see what that does to them. And here's the thing: like, did they get the code? Probably not. I would guess that, or maybe they did because their numbers are good enough. I don't know who this
Yeah,
person is, but I will do a deep dive
yeah.
after. It was not me,
I'm sure
Tim.
most people. I'm sure most people will after this, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
I think I see people like off route codes all the time, and I'm always like, I should message Justin and see. I think there's a lot of entitlement in people in general. I think there's a lot of people that live on the internet and they have no social skills. And I think that the people that work in PR will look at numbers And if you have good social skills and decent numbers, they might give you a code. If you have decent numbers and no social skills, it's going to become hit or miss. I think just being kind in life is a good like motto. Because here's the thing, I always talk to my students about this. Like, do you want to be remembered for the person that was rude to everybody? You want to remember that because they were always nice? Because I'll tell you which one's going to be remembered more in a better way. The person that's always nice. Yeah, there's a lot of talent. A lot of people also, here's my other stance, we got to bring bullying back. A lot of people need to get beat up. I'm sorry. I think some edgy. Some people need to be checked a little bit.
Yeah,
but you don't want to stir stuff up, right? I get that.
100, yeah, and I'm fully recognized. Maybe I was just in a mood, right? So that's why I'm also like I want to be self-aware in that check. But it just like it just sort of like it was very counter to our response, right? And then I was just like, what is this? How, like really? This
you
is
can't
how you
teach
approach
class,
this?
Justin.
Right? Yeah, and I don't know, like if you are a content creator. Man, not even just content creator, just how you speak to people matters. How you treat people mean.
Yeah.
Just be a person. Like be a polite. Like there is no way you would just say that in normal. I don't know. I don't know.
You know how I judge people on how they treat
a
waiter or a waitress? Yeah. I will instantly think very less of you if you are rude to them. And like I can have bad way. Everyone has a bad day, but if how you treat someone that is working for you, that tells me a lot about your character. And that just to you, if anything. It shows you, you know what? I don't want you on our show. Look at your character. You're too blunt. You think you're entitled. That's not something I want to deal with.
Yeah. The other thing I'd say, like in this space, like you sort of have to run this like a business. Do you know what I mean? And so like that's how your brand is showing up. That's how you are showing up, right? And
he's trying to get in the manosphere. I watched the Justin Trudeau documentary. He's trying to be a bro. Clear.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox.
All right, we'll make you stop talking about Sean Capri, and we'll move on to kids of their allowance. Kids in their allowance. No, kids in their allowance was the other topic that we had. We've had this on deck for a while. It's come up in our conversations on and off here and in our Discord about how kids these days get allowance. I think some people are now using more technology things too, like the cards that you can add funds to. Sure. We had a person on the show, and I'm sorry, I can't remember his name right now, but we had a person on the show who was sharing a new tool that will allow you to have like those where you can add money to a card, and that card would be able to help you distribute money to, let's say, Roblox or Fortnite to be able to get that specific bucks for those areas. So that was a really cool tool. And then stuff like for us, we give $20 every week to the kids, but half of it goes into a bank account.
That's good.
And then the other half is what they can spend. So, and then that allows them to be able to later on, if they've substantially saved enough, they can buy something bigger. So with that, or save it first, just keep saving. So that's how we do it. How do you guys do it? How have you heard other things do it? What have you learned? We've had 3 kids, and this has grown over that time of different ways we've done it, but that's what we ended up with, is the way I just mentioned. So
let me ask you, was it harder for the older kid to get money compared to the youngest kid? Like, do you think you've been easier on the younger kid than you have been with the older kid?
For sure. I'm sure there is. Yeah, the older, and I told her, I said, I'm sorry if I screwed things up with you because you were my first kid.
So first, we're figuring it out, and they get it a little harder. Yeah, but they're also like the most well equipped always.
Yeah, she's been very nice about it. So, but yeah, she got towards the end of it, she got the same deal essentially.
Yeah,
except for I don't think we made her save half of it like we did the second and third child. So,
gotcha.
So she spent most first. But what about you guys? What do you guys do for allowance for your kids?
Yeah, so when the kiddos were younger, we kind of did a similar situation. But what we did was we did jars, and then we did a division in 3. And so it was save, spend, and tithe or give, right, to charity. Those were sort of
were
sort of the ways that we established that. And so that worked well.
Now
and then
I
as they
feel
got
horrible.
no,
No,
and then like literally just as they've kind of gotten older, like now it's we send an e-transfer and here you go, right? They're at an age where they manage their own money, they have jobs.
Venmo me, Dad. You're like, all right,
yeah,
gotcha.
like it is sort of that kind of thing. But it is the thing that I found with my kids is that they're like, I don't want cash. Like don't like if they get like a check from their grandparents or whatever, they turn to me like, can you what do I do with this?
Yeah, my daughter gives me the cash and it's like, can you PayPal this to me?
100%. Like I'm like, okay, so
I've had that happen before.
Yeah.
So I find that like my other daughter is quite notorious for this. She'll be like, I have $12 in coin. She's like, what do I do with this? And I was like, are you kidding me?
Tell
right
her
now?
to throw it up in the air, and then the kids have to get what they want.
So we have like a jar you put stuff in. I'm like, how much you put in? 12? Okay, I'll send you $12 or whatever it is.
What I would do there is I would say I will drive you to the bank and let them turn it into $12 cash. Or deposit it into
that requires me to go, and I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Let's go to 7-Eleven and buy a couple candy bars.
Yeah, the thing the thing that I do say to them proactively though too is I'm like, but and I understand you have it on your card and all that kind of stuff and your Apple Pay. I said, but like you still need cash. You still need cash in your pocket, right? And so my daughter has like a crossbody bag, and so I'm always like, you got like $20 on there, good, keep it in there, right? Because you never know where you are, where you actually need cash, and they don't have a card or whatever it is. So be prepared, as the scouts would say. So that's part of the way that we do it as well.
Nice.
Jesse, what about you? How did you do it all these years?
Honestly, I don't remember what we did. I don't know. I don't think we did allowance as much. Again, youngest is 24, so it's been a long time. I do remember when they first started getting jobs that I wanted them to save half because that's what I had to do. And I don't think that ever worked for any of the three kids.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I had to do that too when I got a job and was still living at home. I had to save half of that.
So what I do personally, and I suggested my son do this, is I have 2 checking accounts, and when I get payroll direct deposited into one, and then immediately the next day, most of that gets transferred over into the other account just on an auto draft. And then in that other account is where all the auto drafts happen. My mortgage, my cell phone, everything, student loans, all that stuff comes out of that account. So what I have left in my first account, which isn't a lot for that 2-week period, is what I got for that 2-week period.
Yeah.
And
do you guys do for?
And that way I don't have to worry about having to remember to pay the bills because everything's on auto draft. All my credit cards are on auto draft.
Do you guys for the kiddos, like, do you associate it with chores, or is it like regardless they're getting?
For us, it is regardless, and they get paid to do something else.
Right. Okay.
Because
that sort of makes sense.
They get clarify. They get an allowance for it's like a base pay essentially.
Yeah. 100%. Yep.
And then they get it's basically you do what you have to do the essentials to keep that essentially. It's like do good in school, keep up on your own laundry and your own rooms. Although our youngest is the hardest one to work with on that. But anyways, it's like that you got to do your essentials, do those things. And, that's what it is. And then we have these other jobs that we have around the house that will be like, okay, you do this job, we'll pay you for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we operate very similarly. Like there's sort of the base expectation of like dishwasher's unloaded, garbage taken out, recycling's taken out, vacuuming is done, poop pickup is done. That's your base, right?
Yeah.
You do those things and you're earning your keep, right? So to say. But we will offer sort of a job board, so to say.
Yes,
mom and dad's bathroom needs to be done, or we need to, I don't know, some additional cleanup somewhere else. Okay, that's an extra task.
While I was getting ready for the show, I was thinking of this topic, and I thought of the carbon footprint, right? Where a lot of people talk about your carbon footprint in the world. And I was thinking that's kind of the same in the household that the kids have. We try to teach them about their footprint in the house, to take care of their space, to take care of themselves, which you're sharing with other people, so that hopefully when you go out in the world, you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, I think those things are about just creating just general like pride in your property, right? In your own
Yes.
caring for things, maintaining things, right? And I think in a world where so many things become so disposable, right? Like you have to take care of, if we don't take the garbage or wash the dishes, here are the impact, and sort of understanding those base skills, I think, is critical.
And I'll say too that is the base of what we try to do, but through all 3 kids, none of it was perfect. There's always been exceptions to those rules, all that kind of stuff, to be flexible. So you learn what works best for you and your kids. That's basically it. But hopefully you get something out of what you learn from how we done it.
Each kid, each situation is different, so you have to fluctuate what you're going to do, or recalibrate to meet the needs, right?
For sure.
Yeah. Good question.
Excellent. So if that's it about the dad stuff, let's get into what we've been playing.
Sweet.
All right, Casey, you're our guest host today, so you get to go first.
All right, I did a first look for Baladins, and I joked in our Discord that it's a Baldur's Gate for kids, and it totally is. They use they use 3d6, so you can't roll in that one, which is, if you play D&D or if you played Baldur's Gate, rolling in that one is bad, so it's impossible. It's been really fun. I think it would have benefited from some combat, but there's this loop, and it's like a roguelike because you do runs, and my kids really like it. It's really funny. If you have the right group of people that want to play it, like my daughter enjoys it, but a full run is 6 weeks, which is 6 turns, respectively. So it's more like a board game, like in Mario Party. You go through the sequences, and you're trying to figure out the puzzle. But it's got some funny things and some D&D like elements. The other game I've been playing, I've got Dynasty Warriors Origins, and that's like a big change in Dynasty Warriors, because it's not, hey, here are all these characters, you're this one guy, and there's this story, and you're going to travel and go to these towns, and I've actually been really enjoying that. But I only play that for let me do a couple little skirmishes, and I'll do one big battle. It's actually kind of hard, or maybe I'm just really old now, and I can't even play Dynasty Warrior games. And then I had a student gift me over Christmas. He gifted me a copy of Deltarune as like a teacher gift, and he got me all of it because he knows I like games and we talk. And so I think I'm gonna fire that up this weekend. I've been kind of like, all right, let's. I loved what was it? Undertale. Undertale is a great game, and I'd like to see the hype on that. Here's, you want to know what bothers me about it though? I know it's not done. And I'm a person that's like, I kind of just give me the whole thing. Like, I'll wait till a TV show, if it comes out weekly, it's done, and I can binge it, and it maximizes my time. Like, I'm going to spend this 2-hour window instead of 30 minutes here, and here, and get distracted. I know it's a really weird thing. And I just kind of been in this slump.
I do the same thing.
Okay. I'm not in the lonely circle here. I don't know. I'm just waiting for some games. Like, I really want Fire Emblem to come out. I beat Octopath 0. That's the other thing too. So I 100%ed that. I put 120 hours into that. Zablanc and I in Discord talked a lot, like in side chat, about it. And he's like, "Did you do this thing?" I'm like, "No, I did this. I got every character. I did every side quest." And that I loved every part of that. It's not the best Octopath. It's better than Octopath 1. Octopath 2 is still the best. Really good game. If you like Dark Cloud and town building, there's something for you there. It's really good storytelling. And I played the phone game. It just kind of burnt me out because I was staying up late and playing this. Like, I put a lot of hours into it, and it was just one of those things where I was like, I need a little video game break, or I need something. And the only other game I've been playing with my son in my house is Madden every night. And I have to wear my glasses full time now. I realized playing my son, I couldn't figure out which characters were mine when we wore jerseys of the same color, and he beat me. And I was not okay with that. And I said, Dad's going to get his glasses. And then I proceeded to belt to ass, as the kids say, and just beat him. And so that's kind of, it's just, my son and I play Madden every other night. That's the big game right now. Of course,
That's awesome.
my Seattle
26.
Seahawks, 26, yes. And I got to rep my Hawks. You know, I rep the Hawks on there, and it's been a great year to be a Seahawks fan. And he will try every other team, but he's been he's learning the ways, and he's always more surprised. He doesn't run the ball. I'm like, you got to run the rock. I'm just gonna run. You're not gonna beat me if you just pass.
Nice. That's it.
Yeah. That's all I'm playing these days. What about you, Tim?
Just same old, I guess. It's been poker night at the inventory like Jesse. Continuing on blueprints. This time taking lots more notes than I did on the PlayStation, I think.
My favorite short is that sorry, really quick, that short we made of you of blueprints. Like, it's got to be this box and that.
Oh my gosh.
I giggled. I
laughed so hard when
myself.
I saw you posted that, because it did not do what I expected it to do. It was
right in your face.
I was just like,
I found that the internet really likes it when we're really good at games or really bad at them. That seems to be a popular thing. So guys, just let me know when you fail on a recording. That will do great for us.
Nice.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny, because it was like I'm sitting there explaining the game, how these boxes work, and it did not go as planned.
It's got to be this.
It's logically not this one and this one, so it's got to be this one.
Yes.
All right. So, Pokemon Pokopia, continuing that. I actually got my brain to focus on what I was going to do and what I was supposed to do, instead of just exploring, which I was getting lost in doing, because I was doing the Breath of the Wild thing, where it was like climbing a spot, looking over there. Oh, I see this. I'm going to go find out what that is, and go over there and find that, and not completing any of the tasks in the game. So I reoriented my brain to take care of the tasks, and I was able to get to level 5 or 6 in the first region I opened up, and then I opened up a door to another region and then saved it there. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, that is Pokemon Pokopia, where again, it's like Animal Crossing, but this one has a ton more of tasks to do.
It's more like Dragon Quest Builders, right? Too.
You can do a lot of building like that, or Minecraft-ish when you're crafting things. And you collect you break down some ground bits, you get to keep those bits and rebuild them, type of thing, just like Minecraft in a way. I've never played
that you've interacted with.
The one I've interacted with.
Yeah, like of all the Pokemon that you've built a place for, like which one you're like, I love this guy, I will die for him or her.
I'm not good at remembering the names, but the boxer one, the one with the box.
Oh, Hitmonchan. That's a good choice.
Yeah, the one that has spiky hair.
Yeah, Hitmonchan. He's cool.
Okay, yeah, that one's pretty cool. He's helped me out a lot.
Does this game use primarily Gen 1 Mon, since it's in a Kanto region, or is there other regions?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that too.
No, I think because you go into different regions, depending on the environment, you'll see different ones from
so they
Pokemon
do
universe.
More than just the 150?
I believe, but you're asking the wrong person.
Gotcha.
I would not be able to recognize
that. Is it always covered in grass? What do you mean? I thought that was just how we look.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm kind of assuming some of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm still on the fence on this game. I know if I get into it, I'm either going to go fall in deep, or say, or not like it and say I wish I didn't spend $70 on this. So, when I finish with my game that I'm playing, I might make that decision. And if I choose to not play it, I might replay Builders 2 just to get that out of my system.
Get that out of your system. Yeah. So yeah, Pokopia is definitely...
That would be my third time playing through Builders 2.
Pokopia would be the game. If we got stuck in another 2020 situation, this one would probably be
Don't put that out there.
To blow up on.
I'll maybe come on to the scene on this one too, Tim, because I've been playing Pokopia as well a ton. Yeah, and I would say like, and there's a great question that came in our Instagram DM yesterday, today, can't remember.
We have an
Question one of
Instagram.
our we do have an Instagram
So
thing.
that's what I
One of
know.
our UK listeners was like, I don't care much for Pokemon. Would is this okay? And my statement was yes, I don't like Pokemon. We all know my history with Pokemon. Um, and I am absolutely loving playing this game. It is definitely got like the Animal Crossing coding in there. And I think similarly, Tim, like there was definitely moments I was like, are we in a pandemic right now? Like all of these things just felt like really like sort of
Cozy
a
and
cold
familiar.
flash. Yeah, like I feel like I've been here before. Um,
Right.
Funny.
it is a game that I have done okay, I'm just gonna go do this one thing.
Yes.
And then I'm like, how is it 90 minutes later? And I
Exactly.
didn't do that one thing, but I did 12 other things over here. Um, and so it's got the dailies you come back to, the expansion. And it's funny, Tim, because I have done the first kind of area you come into, you help kind of rebuild this world, and there's those two gates. I opened both gates like an idiot. And then I'm literally now in three places, and there's so much to do. And I'm
Yeah,
like, I don't know where
I
to
walked away from
go.
those doors
Same.
like I don't need to add any
Uh,
more things to distract me right now.
and then the interesting part about it is, and the thing that's sort of not mentioned is, and then there's the story, right? The story of like, and where have the people gone? Why is the
Yes.
Pokemon centers
That's what's
That's
holding my
crumbled?
attention.
And I
that's the thing that's going to get me, I think.
and I think like that's the sort of the juxtaposition or the different part of from Animal Crossing, which is pay off your house. Do you know what I mean? Like that's
Yes.
Tom Nook has you by the balls, pay your mortgage, right? Like that's sort of the difference here is there's a story that's unwinding, and then there's just these like cute interactions and these moments, and like you see the grass shake and you're like, oh, what is it? What's it gonna be? Oh, I need, and by the way, I need these Pokemon. There are specific ones that need to go help me build here, and like unlocking all these things, and sort of the attitudes and sort of the skills. And and again, remember, I am not a Pokemon fan,
Right.
but I have absolutely been adoring and playing this game. This is a game that I'm really interested to see. Are they going to offer DLC? Is there going to be some level of expansion? This game will be in Game of the Year conversations. Do not doubt that. Do not doubt that at
Yeah,
all.
that's
This
what I'm
is
thinking.
um and I would also say like people are like, well, I'm not really good at Minecraft. I don't do the Minecraft stuff either. I am, and there are some amazing creations, by the way. You can go out there and see things that people have built these incredible things, right? But I'm like, I'm going to build my little house. And there are prefabbed houses, by the way, so you don't need to actually build your house. So you can
Correct.
prefab a house, and then I'm like, I'm going to set up a little garden, and I'm going to plant my stuff, and I'm going to like all like so it can be as big as you want it to be, or it can
Yes.
be as small as you like. It's scalable to really what you want,
Yeah,
and then knowing that, or if you go ahead.
this sounds like similar to what Builders 2 did. There's the story, the missions, the quests, and then there's a separate area where you can FFA, do whatever you want, invite people to do
Yes.
things
That
with
is what
you.
Dan from Retro
Yeah,
Logic is doing. He
But
yeah,
is basically
but
like,
that's
I'm
just
concentrating on that
extra. You
first
don't
region.
have to do it. So when I was
Yeah.
done with the story, I was done with the game and I was happy
yeah,
with it. I didn't want to do the free for all because again, I don't like Minecraft either. But again, I
yeah.
love
Like it's
builders.
I would 100% highly recommend this game. It is
Okay.
it is dangerous. I am yeah, you just lose time. Like it's one of those things
Yes.
I'm like, I actually have to not play it right now and play other games for,
Yep.
coverage or review or whatever it is. I'm like, I just need to not do this thing. But it's a game that I feel you can go back at any time,
Yes.
right? Which is the beautiful part of it. So
Yeah,
sorry, and I
that's
interrupted, but I kind of wanted to kind of cross
no,
yours.
no, it's perfect because going back to the Pokopia thing is that is what you just said. That is the reason why, even though I have gotten tired playing it because it's got really nice soothing music, especially
Oh yeah.
if you're not doing the story stuff and you're just kind of doing the
Chilling.
chilling, walking around,
Villain.
talking and doing the little tasks in your region. If you're doing that, that kind of gets me relaxed and sleepy. But I do not open that game up when I go to bed because I'm afraid of, oh my gosh, it's 3
I
o'clock
will
in the
never
morning.
sleep.
Yeah.
It's no like it is so
It
the
will
like
do that.
I legitimately did the like, okay, I'm gonna put, I think I put like, oh, we were cooking shepherd's pie. It's like, I'll throw the shepherd's pie in the oven. I got an hour, you know. All right, I'm gonna jump in here, just gonna spend a couple moments, and then I'm gonna go do like laundry or something like that. And I'm literally playing like the alarm goes off for the oven. And I was like, what?
Exactly.
60 minutes have passed.
I've heard Solo
Oh
in
no.
our Discord talk about that too, where he just loses track of time the whole time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's a sign of a great game.
Yes, for sure.
100%.
Justin, and what else you've been playing?
Yeah, let me give you like a quick rundown of stuff that I have on my docket that I have been playing since I've been gone. So let me just kind of do like a quick look. And I'm going to give you like, and folks, it's been a while. Remember this, right? So we're going to give you like quick one-liners. So before I left, or actually literally the day I left, Mario Tennis Fever came out. I played that while I was gone. I dislike Mario Tennis Fever. Mario Tennis Fever does not value your time. The single player campaign annoys the bejeebus out of me. I don't know who thought it was a good idea to do one little tutorial that you learned, and then I need to walk all the way back to Toad to learn more about the next thing I have to do, and then I have to walk back. Who thought that was a good idea? It is incredibly frustrating. And then whatever you want to like unlock, you have to unlock through some of the single player campaign. It is annoying. I am frustrated by it, and I'm done with it. Next game, Fallout 4. Fair. So Fallout 4 came out as well. I was very much looking forward to it. Tim, I'd be curious about your thoughts on it. I don't know how to get out of my suit. I am in my power suit and I can't figure out how to get out, and I'm frustrated. And then there's like
Mommy,
the rack
how do
where
I
I'm
put my pants on? Like, yeah.
Where I like literally had to Google, how do I get out of the power suit? And I couldn't figure it out. But like when I have been playing it before getting stuck in the power suit, and some of the quests I have been enjoying, and of course coming right off of the Fallout show, seasons 1 and season 2, and I love that show. I'm really enjoying the world and the of what they have built, but there's some like mechanical stuff that I'm just like, God, you're frustrating me right now. Yeah, I went after, what was it? I was like, I'm an hour and a half or 2, maybe 3 hours into it. I got my power suit, and Tim, you have to fight. You have to get your power suit. You have to fight that creature.
Okay.
Did you play? You played Fallout 4, did you not?
I played it when it originally came out.
Okay, I thought you got the other code.
I did get the other code, but I did not fire it up.
Got it. Okay. Never. So I'm like, I'm about to say something as if you like.
You're telling me there's a code available. No, I'm
what's
kidding.
Going like I'm telling you this thing like you know what's going on. You're like, I got nothing for you, Justin. Anyways,
I'm trying to think like what happened. I don't remember that.
Anyways,
okay.
So
yeah.
So I do enjoy what I have played. But it was getting. I was literally on the flight back, and I was so frustrated.
Well, you were talking about watching the seasons and stuff like that. That's the reason why I haven't fired it up yet, because we haven't watched, even though it's not tied to the show. Yeah. We haven't watched the second season yet, and I was waiting to kind of jump into that.
Okay.
Into the same feels to do that.
Yeah, to your point, there's no connection. But like, I came right off of season 2. I was like, oh, this is such a good show, and I was like, right into Fallout 4.
It's like where you want to be in that universe, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that. Pokemon LeafGreen. We had the community event, right? And it's like we're playing together. And so I will tell you how far I got. I have started it up. I've picked my Pokemon. I went to Dr. Oak.
You picked Squirtle,
and then I stopped.
didn't you?
And then I stopped. No, I picked Bulbasaur.
Oh, good man. All right.
Right. And then because he's the one on the thing. So I was like, I'll take him. And then I started playing Pokopia. And like I know that we're in this thing with John, and like we're playing this game and like contests of how far. If the score is how far did you not get, I'm going to win. Because then I fell in the trap that is Pokemon Pokopia, and I've told you about that. Other games I've been playing, I'll be very quick here. Prince of Persia. Nope, that's not one. Blue Prince. It's on Nintendo Switch 2. I loved it on the Xbox, and I played it for a little bit there, and I was like, this is great. I want it to come to the Switch 2. It came to Switch 2. I threw my hands up like I just don't care. Yay! I love playing it. I have a notepad. I'm taking notes. It is a nice, chill sort of game. I'm not very far. I've done a couple runs with it, but like I continue to just enjoy what I'm doing. Planet of Lana 2. The sequel is out. If you liked Planet of Lana 1, you will like Planet of Lana 2. And if you like games like Inside or Limbo, Planet of Lana is absolutely fantastic. Environmental storytelling, kind of reminds me a little bit of Neva. I would highly, highly recommend you pick up both Planet of Lana 1, which is on sale, and Planet of Lana 2. They are incredible games, and I love playing them. And they are just emotional, and they're incredible. And great soundtrack, great art design, great sound design, all of that.
Is that are those games quick like weekend games type things?
Planet of Lana, the original, I think is like 5 hours. So that's an easy one. And Planet of Lana 2, I don't have a closure time on that one yet for you.
Okay.
But I think someone was saying between 5 and 10. I think they said it was bigger this time. So straight off of the direct, I was playing some Minishoot off of the I don't know. It's just not catching me. Maybe it's me. Maybe I got too much on my plate, but it's all right. Not catching me. I have one more episode of Dispatch that I have to finish off, and then that's done. Still loving that game. That's pretty cool. And then I'm, as I mentioned before, playing South of Midnight, but I can't talk about it. That's what I've been playing.
I'm just excited we got a date for that doggone game. So
Yep.
It's like when I saw that come through, I was like, yes, we got a date.
Yep.
So
also, awesome. I occasionally go back to Ball Pit because that's
crack. That's a good one. Yeah, that is a good one.
I saw it come on the phone. I was like, cool, I'll download it and play it there. And they're like $10. I was like, nope. Sorry. If it was free, maybe. Well, I saw it was Portrait. I was like, no, we're not doing this. Or Landscape. I was like, we're not doing this.
Ball Pit is a game I want to get back to experience the DLC, but I just haven't touched it since I stopped playing it the first time through.
Which is fair.
Thanks for catching us up on what you've been playing.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
Which ones got you through your plane ride?
Well, Mario Tennis was what I was playing primarily on the plane ride. And so I was playing that in sprints, and I'd play a little bit, and I'm like, I'm frustrated right now. I'm like, I'm going to put it down. Maybe it's just me. And I'm like, I'll pick it up again. No, still frustrating. So it was like these weird little sprints on the plane ride there.
Yeah.
And then Fallout. I was playing Fallout 4 on the way back.
Okay.
So yeah, those were good. And then I think there was some ball pit I was playing there as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Justin.
Of course.
All right, Jesse, what you got? What you been playing?
So I've been playing more Poker Night at the Inventory. Since last week, I have not won a single tournament. I did win the Heavies buy-in item, which is like this big giant railgun thing. I don't know what they call it, but that thing's huge. So I have 2 out of the 4 buy-in items, but I haven't won a 4th tournament yet. So I'm down to 20,000 in my bin. So if I don't win soon, I'm going to be going negative again. I did go negative before I got my 2nd tournament win.
Yeah. I finally won that one that we talked about last week that I kept trying to strive for to get that next set deck. Then I got it. So.
Oh, man. So you have 6 wins now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the 3.
What game is this? Sorry.
Poker Night at the
Inventory.
Okay. Yeah.
But only one buy-in.
It's called Honey, I Lost My House.
Yeah.
Sounds like these guys.
Yeah, I am hoping for Poker Night 2 to also come out because I think that's the better game between the two.
Yeah,
both are good,
favorite.
But I like Poker Night 2 better. That and it also has Omaha. I like Omaha over Hold'em.
Yep. I hope they have Ash in it. I hope they are able to keep Ash.
Well, I would think if they don't have rights to Ash anymore for some reason, they wouldn't be able to release the game because the game just wouldn't be the same if they substituted the characters.
Yeah, I agree. So hopefully they work that out. But go ahead.
Hopefully. Anyway, and then I've been playing more Pokemon Fire Red. I don't know how to get to the power plant. I see it on the map, I just don't know how to get there.
Do you have surf?
Yes.
You have to go. So when you go to, by Cerulean City, that top route where you go down to the rock tunnel, there's a thing of water there in that northern part, and you take that L-shaped water. There's a Poke Center right before you go into the rock tunnel. You go down that river. That's how you get there.
Okay. I'll have to try that. But
the things I remember, ask me something more important. Like, hey, when's your wife's birthday? Actually,
yeah, struggle is real right now, boys.
Because I do remember that's where you get Zapdos.
Yes, that is correct.
I do have
and Magneton and Electabuzz.
Oh right,
Why is that stuck in my brain?
You know, literally, I am like 30-ish hours in. I have not caught any electrics. So, like, I haven't. The only time I've seen electrics were their Pokemon that another trainer is using. So, but I haven't had any chances to catch them. So that'll be my chance. I do have Moltres and Articuno. In fact, I got our Articuno this afternoon, and I shared in the Discord that I was kind of dozing off while I was doing it. I was just kind of like tapping A, and I'm like half conscious, and all of a sudden I hear the click of the catch, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm awake now." And in both cases, it was around 20 Pokeballs used. I forget who it was, but someone in the Discord, when they caught Zapdos, he said he spent 65 Ultra Balls. I'm like, yikes.
Oh, the status effect, boys. Put him to sleep. Paralyze him.
Yeah, well, I don't have any good Pokemon. I have Pokemon that can put them to sleep, but that only lasts 2 or 3 turns.
Yeah.
I normally get rid of... I keep some of them around, but most of the status effects, I swap out for moves, and I know I should try to hold off some. And then, I don't know, so I have my Charizard. I kept her as a Charmander until 49. So where she learned fire
flamethrower sooner.
Fire
blast.
Fire wheel or fire blast. One of those.
Yeah.
And then then I was able to evolve it while also at 49, then evolve into to Charizard at 50. Where if I had evolved earlier, Charizard wouldn't learn that move until 61. So I basically now have this move 11 levels early. So and so I am currently up doing Victory Road. So I have all 8 badges. I'm decided to go up the Victory Road path and do all that. Once I get to that Pokemon Center to flag down that fly point, then I'll go back and look for the power plant before I do the Elite Four. And while I'm doing this, I'm swapping in my low level Pokemon that I caught earlier in the game, gave it the EXP share, and just let it level up while I'm taking care of everything else up until it evolves, and then I swap it out for the next one. And the other day, my sons came by to do an evolution trade because he's playing the same game as I am. He didn't have any evolution trades at the ready yet, but so I traded. What was it? I don't remember which one it was now. Anyway, I can't remember. But whatever one it was, I traded it to it was Golem. It was Graveler to Golem. I traded it to him, and he traded me his shiny Execute, and then we traded back. So he was able to get Golem in his decks, and I was able to get the shiny Execute in my decks. Then I didn't have any more at the ready, but I told him next time I would. So I have 3 more Pokemon ready to do trade evolutions next time he swings by. So I have a
Nice.
Haunter, I have a Kadabra, and then Machamp, whatever the second one is from that. So I'll able to do 3 more trades to get those up, just to mainly just to get my dex count up high. I you needed to get 50 in your dex to get the XP share. I got that. Once you beat the Elite Four and have 60, you're able to get the national dex. So I'm already past 60. I just have to become the champion for that. And that's pretty
I'm
much
glad
it.
out of all of us, you got way farther than us.
Yeah, and there is a lot
I
of
was-
people talking about in the Discord about how far they got, and so there's other people out there too. My son has already rolled credits and is starting to investigate post game stuff.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't sure if I was going to stick with it or not, but once I got started, I got into it. So I'll finish this one out and try to do as much of the post game stuff as I can. When I think some of it's new as well that wasn't in the original Gen 1. I think the original Gen 1, the only post game was here's Mewtwo, go have fun.
Yeah.
But I think there's new stuff in this version of the game.
The Cerevi Islands, yeah.
I think the last episode we talked about this, and I talked about why I dropped off. So if anybody's interested, that's where it is.
Yeah, in fact,
too much grinding.
And about say 5 hours ago or so, I got into some of the new content area already. Like when I beat Blaine, the 7th gym.
I was hoping you was Bane. You were born into the Pokemon. I found my way.
So obviously, I leave the gym. The first thing I think I'm going to do is go to the Pokemon Center to heal up. But all of a sudden, Bill shows up and say, "Hey, dude, get on this boat with me, and we'll check out this new area." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And that looks like I think I could have said no, but I can't say no to Bill, right? Bill's the guy. Justin is so confused right now.
Help me understand. Like this seemed like a big deal that these games came out or were re-released. What's so special about this Pokemon game comparatively to like other Pokemon games?
Nothing. It's just the original. It's aged poorly. The new games are better.
Okay. Yeah, it does add some quality of life. It does add some extra content.
I think it's mainly just so that they could get these characters or these Pokemon into the Pokemon Home once it's linked.
Yes, it's so people can transfer them up. Yeah, that's the big.
And even right when it was a new game back in 2004, they would be able to use these to transfer them into other Gen 3 games.
Yeah.
Okay. But this release will let us get it into Home. Once this is Home, it can be used for other things like the new Pokemon Stadium-ish game that's coming out soon. Champions, is it called?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That comes out next month.
I think anything you have in Home can be used in that game.
Yes.
Okay.
Justin just bust out his Megatron voice, or am I hearing things? Quag said that in chat.
I don't know, Quag. What are you smoking over there? No.
That was my Bane voice.
Oh, that was Bane, yes.
Maybe it was
you guys.
I was born in the darkness.
Yeah, I was born in the Pokemon
I was
darkness.
born in the darkness. You were born in the dark caves of Rock Tunnel. No, you did not bring the Flash TM. That's actually really funny. No, I'm kidding.
That is what we.
I don't remember where the mountain was that you got Moltres originally, but it's now
Victory Road.
It was in Victory Road before.
Why do I remember this?
I know.
Yeah.
See, I literally the last time I played. I think the last time I played that I got that far into Red was like 1998. So yeah. It's been a while. Yeah, because now Moltres is in a different area.
He's in that Survey Islands. Again, I love Pokemon, as you guys obviously are now seeing. I don't know why I remember these.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, just
no.
rips up the chest tattoo of a Pikachu eating a heart.
Yeah, there's an art image for you.
All right, let's jump into the community spotlight. All right, there's a couple things we want to jump on here real quick for the community spotlight. There were a couple last minute responses to the question of the week that I want to mention. One from Piranha Plant. He mentioned for the direct a price increase for NSO. That won't be coming.
Get out of here.
That won't be coming this one. It will be later on. It'll be probably around the summertime or the
it'll be announced. It'll be in effect in October. We're on the anniversary of when it launched, so it'll be announced probably August.
It won't be in a direct though. It would just be a email.
It'll be a
PR. Yes. Cody Color says, "Love your podcast, guys. Keep it up. I think Nintendo needs to show what they are working on for the next new Zelda, assuming they are going to do something different than Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. I think it would be in their benefit to give us a tease at least."
Yeah, I mean, I could very much see, as when we were talking about it, all we need is sort of that title screen. Do you know what I mean? All we need is like,
well, and then we'll get a Zelda game at the end of the life cycle.
100%, right?
Like our first look at Breath of the Wild was like 3 years before it launched. So we're about
it was Link going through the field on Epona and a Guardian chasing him. Do you know what I mean? And we were all like,
mind blown.
That's what it needs to be.
And we'll talk about that for the next few years.
100%.
All right. Next up on our list is some community updates. Just want to remind everybody an Extra Life. Yes, it's Extra Life. It's a new year. So we got a new year of collecting funds or getting donations. They have their Extra Life tabletop weekend coming up April 10th through the 12th. However, you can do any tabletop weekend during the month of April. And during that month, you can get a free game if you donate to us $30. A tabletop game called Unlock Kids Stories from the Past. You donate $30 to anybody on the team. Go to nintendodads.org, click on our banner, and you can select whoever's joining our team. Give them $30, and you'll be, while supplies last, to be able to get it's not a prize. Everybody gets it, no drawings. You just, if there's supplies, you will get Unlock Kids Stories from the Past. It's a good family game, a tabletop game, and you can go check it out on Amazon actually. And it's $30 game. So instead of
basically
$30,
donate to children's charity.
Yes.
And you get a game.
And you get a game for tabletop weekend during the month of April. So keep that in mind. Again, you can join our team as well and donate to your hospital of choice for $30 and give, you're helping out us by getting our numbers. You're helping yourself by donating to your local
it's a win-win
children's hospital. And then you also get that board game. So keep that in mind. Again, nintendodads.org to go click on our Extra Life banner and give to somebody on the team. Don't forget, you got dinner tables. So anybody who's interested, who's in our Discord, who's a member, subscriber, come to our dinner table. It's every third Friday of the month. We have it coming up. If you're listening to the recording, it'll be tonight, the first day it came out. But this Friday, it is our dinner table. It starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, and we have lots of fun there. And then our last question. We got one question, guys. So here it is. Darth Platypus asked, Nintendo had decided Nestor is back. Do you guys remember Nestor from Nintendo Power Magazine?
Yep.
Yeah.
And not just for Funky Bowling. What kind of game should he come back in?
Well, these are Shoot Suit Larry dating sim Nestor. Nestor finds a wife.
And with that is our show.
I can't get past that one.
You're welcome. Tell me it's not the right answer.
There's no other right answer, Casey.
That is perfect.
And that'll be the best rest you'll ever seen him.
Yes. Thanks to all our Patreon producers, Dave Ernsberger, Jacqueline Amira, and our anonymous Patreon producer, as well as our 100+ Patreons. Thank you for everything you do for us, as well as a special thank you to our 18 Twitch subscribers, over 1,492 Twitch followers, and a shout out to our 8,399 now, I believe, YouTube subscribers that I just saw. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for what you guys do. And if you're not a subscriber and you just follow us and you're sharing us and you're supporting us one way or another, thank you very much for however you do that. Don't forget to go to nintendodads.org for a lot of the information about what we do and what we put out there. You can go there and see a lot of our YouTube videos, our social media, our Patreon links, our Extra Life links, our merch, as well as the podcasts we have in our family of podcasts and the podcasts we listen to. We have all kinds of different things you can check out there at nintendodads.org. Don't forget to check out our sponsor, Manscaped.com. Get 15% off your Manscaped order with the code NINDADS, NINDADS, for 15% off. And that will work for your VIP, by the way. I just did it. So email us at nintendodads@gmail.com or call in and leave a voicemail at 929-25-NDADS or 929-256-3237. And we'll be starting an OnlyFans with Justin wearing that Donkey Kong hat soon, so check that out. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, call in. I lost track where I'm at. Big thanks to OC Remix for the music throughout the show. Download from your favorite podcast app of choice, and please leave us a 5-star review plus a comment, especially if you get to see those dance moves from Justin. For me, for Justin, for Casey and Jesse and Marty, who's at the red carpet event. Check you later.
Thank you for listening to Nintendo Dads.
I don't know what animal this is or what Pokemon this is.
Wobblepuffet?